Shalom. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Barakatah Yahweh. Barakatah Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Harakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. Brother Azariah here with the Pittsburgh GMS camp. Coming at you with another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Lord willing, it's edifying. Okay? And I just want to go into a quick lesson. I want to entitle this lesson, okay, this truth is the tightrope, okay? And of course, you know, the title speaks for itself. This truth is indeed a tightrope, okay? Let me check this out. There's a button right here, okay? Don't do nothing. Cut this light on. Okay, so, you know, this truth is a tightrope. There's a delicate balance that has to be stricken, okay? And this truth, if we're gonna endure into the end, okay, because this is definitely, it's an endurance race. Damn light, man. It's an endurance race, you know. You know, you can't run this truth like it's a sprint. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna. Oh, it's a deer in the middle of the street. You can't treat this truth like a sprint, like it's just gonna. What's the word? Like you're just gonna wham bam and just be done. No, there's going to be hurdles. Okay, there's going to be things you have to do in this truth, okay, in order to make it. And that definitely requires dear man. So funny, eh? Salaki. Check this out. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, I can't switch it around, man. I wish I could see this deer. He went off into the cut now anyway. But okay, there's things that have to be done in this truth, okay, in balance that you have to have in order to make it. And you know, it's kind of like how the apostles always say, you gotta have fun with this thing. You definitely have to have a lighthearted mentality when it comes to life, and be able to laugh and you know, have fun to a degree, you know, whilst we're in this truth, because of course, you know, we're supposed to be sober-minded individuals. We're supposed to be very serious and so on and so forth. But if you're too serious, then the bitterness can overwhelm you, because there is bitterness that comes in this truth, man. You know, the scriptures talk about, I think it was in Ezekiel. I forget. It may not be the one in Ezekiel, but I believe it was. Look at these deers. They really out here. He said, eat that I give thee, okay? And it was in my mouth for sweetness, okay? But it made my belly bitter, okay? And this truth, okay, it's in our mouth for sweetness. When you first get a taste of this truth, it's sweet. You know, it's, you know, you're an Israelite. You know, you learn about the Hebrew, okay? You get a Hebrew name. You know, and you know, all these different things. You find out about, you know, the many wives aspect, and, you know, this, that, and the other. You know, we're kings of the earth. You know what I mean? We're going to be a nation of kings and priests. And if we be of the elect, we get to rule with Yahweh Shai. Those things are all beautiful. You know, they're all beautiful, extremely beautiful, and something to be desired. You know, but what comes with kingship, what comes with rulership, is being able to rule, being able to judge properly. And in order to be able to judge properly, you have to have certain experiences, okay? And a lot of times, those experiences that the Lord ends up putting us through, okay, they are, for lack of a better word, they stretch you, okay? You are stretched. You know, there's even a concept, okay, that is put forth, okay, in the circles that I'm in, and with the things that I've been learning of being stretched, okay? Like I already mentioned. And, you know, even think about the concept of when you're building muscle, okay? When you're building muscle, okay, a muscle gets stretched to its limit, okay, and then it builds itself back up, you know, and when it builds itself back up, okay, after the tissue is ripped and so on and so forth, it becomes stronger. So likewise, the Most High is putting us through things to make us stronger, okay? Like it tells us in Romans 9, okay, the Lord will have mercy on whom he will, and whom he will he hardeneth. Okay, so why does it say that whom he will he hardeneth? What that got to do with him having mercy? Well, because the times that are coming are gonna be hard. So the Lord have to make us hard because the times that are coming are gonna be hard. You have to you have to take these scriptures literally. You can't just look at the scriptures and just say, "Oh, it's a story. That's a nice story. That's good to hear that." No, you gotta take it literally, man. The scriptures say when the things that happen, when the things that are gonna happen, it's gonna be like a man walked into a house, and it's gonna be like a man. What does it say? Escaped from a lion and a bear met him, and then you get away from that bear, and he went into the house and leaned his hand upon the wall, and then a serpent bit him. You see, that's how it's gonna be in the times to come during Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be peril after peril after peril after situation after situation that you're gonna just barely escape. Okay, the scriptures say that the righteous shall scarcely be saved. Okay, the scriptures also say that if Yahweh Shai hadn't shortened the days, or if he don't come back when he is gonna come back, there should have been no flesh spared. Okay, so that just lets you know how much of a wrath this devil's coming down with. Okay, he's coming down with great wrath to the point where it's gonna look like ain't no way out. It's gonna look like you lose. It's gonna look like he's gonna kill everybody. Okay, and sometimes the Lord's gonna put you through. If you are destined, okay, more than I'm speaking as a man, but if you are destined to make it through Jacob's trouble, then the Lord is going to test you and make you hard to make sure that when you enter into Jacob's trouble, you have the tools you need to make it. Okay? So you're going to be in situations in life where it look like it's impossible, where it look like there's nothing you can do. Your landlord, if you rent, which we all don't, none of us own our spots, but your landlord going to be tripping. They ain't going to want to fix nothing in your apartment. They're going to be trying to raise your rent. Your car going to break down. Your wife is going to trip. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, man. But it's all to make you stronger and harder, okay, so that when the real shit hits the fan, you've already dealt with so much stuff that you are built up enough to be able to handle that, okay? To be able to control those situations better and control your reactions to those situations. If there's nothing you can do, if it's, like if there's a very Salakia. I'm a little sleepy, so I was kind of drifting off a little bit. But you gotta work on how you control situations and how you respond, your attitude. Okay, because if you respond the wrong way, okay, you can step outside of the realm of Yahweh Shai. And you don't want to do that. For example, if somebody tries you in a way that makes you want to get physical. Well, the Lord said not to get physical. The Lord doesn't want us to get physical. It said Yahweh Shai said, if this was my kingdom, then will my servants fight. But we know this is not his kingdom, because the scriptures say, here we have no continuing city. So now's not the time to be fighting and trying to make a war with Esau. That's not going to happen. You're not going to win. So leave that to the 2/3, all right? But, so like I was saying, man, like the title of this lesson, man, this truth is a tightrope, man. A very delicate balance has to be stricken, or you'll go crazy, man. You'll literally go crazy, man. Because, man, the scriptures say, he that increaseth in knowledge increaseth in sorrow. Okay? Well, the more knowledge you have, the more sorrow you have. Okay? Because you learn, you get a knowledge of what's going on, and also wisdom tests you out before you get knowledge too. So that's another aspect of it, That's another aspect of it. So yeah, Salakia. I'm through. I'm through. Like I'm just ready to go pass out, and I actually do got some stuff I need to do in the morning. So I just want to do the quick lesson, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll read the scripture real quick before I call it quits. Okay, 2nd Ezra 7:1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights before. And Salaki for quoting so many scriptures, but I'm going to read this one. Verse 2, and he said unto me, Up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. Salaki, phone tripping. Okay, Salaki, and it's going dead, so I'm going to try to hurry up. That the sea, that it might be deep and great, but put the case the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and rule it if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? Okay. There was also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it's full of all good things. Okay, and the city represents, Jerusalem. Okay, represents the new, this represents the kingdom, man. Okay, now let me. It really represents being like a part of the 1/3, a part of the ones that'll be saved, because all the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all the children of Israel will be in the kingdom, and we'll have the laws written in our inward parts. Okay, and we will be unable to sin because we will have spiritual bodies. Okay, we will have spiritual bodies with the laws, statutes, and commandments written inside of our inward parts, to where we won't go off anymore. Okay, but yeah, so we'll all be in the kingdom, but to be a part of the elect, okay, to be a part of the elect, you have to cut things off. You have to do certain things, certain requirements are made, required of you. Okay, for lack of a better word. So, like, yeah, hopefully this is edifying. 2nd Ezra 7, and 7. I'll start at 6 again. There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow. And is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive his inheritance? Right. Okay. And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. When Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. Okay, and so in order to make it into the kingdom of heaven, matter of fact, it's another scripture that I want to get real quick. In order to make it to the kingdom of heaven, you got to go through some things, man. I'm gonna get this one. It's a lot. Okay. Salakia. Oh boy. That tiredness kicking in. Oh yeah, here we go. Salakia. You tired when you start imagining other scenarios. Scenarios start playing out in your head. You sleeping. Acts 14, and we get to KJV. I'll just read the first KJV. Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples, and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven. So through much tribulation and trials and things of that nature, that's the only way we're going to make it into the kingdom. Ain't nobody just gonna skate and glide into the kingdom all nice and easy. Okay, everybody's gonna have to go through something in order to make it into the kingdom, and that's just the truth, like the scriptures, like the scripture said in Second Ezra. Okay, about that the Lord made it that way. That's a portion of Israel. You know, you have to go through certain things make it in order to make it into the kingdom of heaven. Hey, so like it. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. I pray this lesson was edifying. Hey, Salaki, you know, hey, we through in this place, man. We gotta get up out of here. You know, gotta get up out of here. So Lord willing, like I said, this is edifying. Hey, Shalom.